The female cop burst into the man's house to arrest a criminal only to be kissed by the man in the bathtub. Nick laughed and said, "Your costume looks so real." Beth replied coldly, "You're under arrest." But Nick still thought it was part of a party. The next second, Beth pulled out her police badge, and Nick jumped in shock, quickly raising his hands. He finally realized Beth was a real cop. Nick then grabbed some dollar bills from beside the fish tank, trying to bribe Beth. But Beth warned him, bribing a police officer carries a sentence of 7 to 15 years. Terrified, Nick dropped the money. He stood up from the bathtub, took off the party police hat he was wearing, and begged Beth for a towel. She handed him one, but in the next moment, Nick pulled her into a hug, pleading for mercy. Without hesitation, Beth pushed him against the sink and cuffed his hands. Nick just smiled and said, "You'll regret this." Beth took Nick to the police station and reported to her boss, Jose. She explained that Nick had disturbed public order and attempted to bribe an officer. Jose praised Beth's actions, then told her to remove Nick's handcuffs. It turned out Nick was Jose's son. Beth had no choice but to unlock the cuffs. Jose then took out a ring, tossed it to them, and explained why he'd let Nick go. To arrest the criminals at an upcoming auction, Nick needed to pose as a wealthy man, and Beth had to play his wife. Nick immediately refused, mocking Beth for wearing cheap clothes. Furious, Beth slapped him across the face. Jose stopped their argument, issuing an ultimatum. If Nick refused, he'd lose his inheritance. If Beth refused, she'd be fired. For their own interests, the two reluctantly agreed.